Phase 4 hasn't even started releasing movies yet, and we're already getting so much potential news about Marvel Phase 5. Today's video from the Cosmo Wanda. Marvel Phase 5, Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider, Elsa Bloodstone, Blade, Doctor Strange.
And maybe Morbius too.
Ooh, perhaps. Hey guys, I wanted to mention real fast that if you haven't done so already, make sure to download and follow us on the freaking Stardust app. We are doing 30-second reviews for films, TV shows, and trailers. We post like at least 7 times a week. Maybe that equates to daily, I don't know, but it's a lot of fun. It's all free to use. You can post your own stuff too. Tag us.
Follow us first so they know we sent you.
You're so gay.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to my channel, The Cosmic Wonder, where we talk about everything relating to Marvel and, of course, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And today we have some Phase 5 news, specifically revolving around Blade and Moonknight. A new character is going to be coming to the MCU that could connect the two. And depending on what Marvel and Sony have worked out with each other for the Spider-Man universe that they share with each other, we could even see this character pop up in a Morbius, Venom, or Spider-Man film. We could even have a whole monster universe coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Characters like Morbius, Blade, who hunts down monsters and vampires, Dracula, Moon Knight, and many other awesome ones. So we'll break down this new report of this new character coming to Phase 5 and talk about what it means. But first, congratulations to YouTube user Rocket Rat for being last week's winner of the Iron Man Funko Pop giveaway. This week we're giving away a Captain America Funko Pop from Avengers Endgame. Same rules, all you have to do is subscribe, like the video, leave a comment about the video down below. So today's report comes from Casey Walsh from the website The Geeks Worldwide. And him and some other previous people not too long ago have said that they have seen Elsa Bloodstone's name included with those of Blade and Moon Knight. Now, if you are unaware of who Elsa Bloodstone is, she is the daughter of Ulysses Bloodstone, and she's an expert monster hunter. She has many different powers, including superhuman strength, speed, stamina, agility. She also has the ability to heal herself. She's an expert marksman, and she has the use of mystic powers. Now, what makes this very interesting about her joining the MCU is the report that we are getting a Ghost Rider in the MCU as well. And the reason this is interesting is because it looks like Marvel could be planning to introduce the Midnight Suns. This was a group put together in the comics by Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange. They were formed to fight different kinds of threats, more mystic, demonic, monster type of threats. And if Marvel does decide to do this group, it seems like we already know who they're going to put in the group. Doctor Strange, of course, Moon Knight, Blade, Morbius, and now, of course, Elsa Bloodstone. Now, this could be a pretty incredible group of people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we do know, based off of everything that we've heard so far, that Marvel is going to explore the more mystic side of the universe, and this is all going to start with WandaVision. We've seen the leaked photos of the Salem witch trials, implying that the more mystic side is going to be in that show, and of course we know that this is going to tie into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, in which he himself is the master of the mystic arts. We already have Morbius coming out, and we've already seen that it is tied to the MCU in some way or form. And then of course we have Blade and Moon Knight. Both have officially been announced by Marvel Studios. And now with the report that Elsa Bloodstone has been attached to Blade and Moon Knight, it appears that the plan for Marvel eventually would be to unite all of these characters and form the Sons of Midnight. We know that Doctor Strange is going to have a lot on his plate during Multiverse of Madness, and it might be safe to assume that he won't be able to contain everything that's going to happen. And perhaps there's a demon of some sort, maybe even Mephisto, that gets out that he can't contain, or even multiple demons that come from other realities and go into the main reality. So what would he do? Call upon the Sons of Midnight. And it really would be a perfect opportunity to connect all of those characters together. Blade, Morbius, Moon Knight, Elsa Bloodstone, and the one and only Ghost Rider. It seems like this is the path that Marvel's going down, and not to mention, once upon a time, ABC almost did a series about Elsa Bloodstone with Marvel. Seems like they've had plans for her for a while, and now she's going to be entering the MCU. So let me know what you think about Elsa Bloodstone and the Sons of Midnight possibly coming to the MCU. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything relating to the MCU. For live updates, you can follow me on Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
That's exciting.
A bunch of men fighting monsters and one woman.
Gotta-
Why is Marvel woke?
There's no more than one, though. Can't have two women, or else it's gonna be too woke.
I mean, the idea of getting like Elsa Bloodstone and the Sons of Midnight, that does sound awesome. Honestly, like incredible. The context of that is undeniably something I'm really gravitated to. Some of that supernatural, demonic, aesthetic horror. I just really think, like, and this is my skepticism with it. I love Marvel. I love the MCU. I really do. I think it's absolutely incredible. But when you're doing this type of storytelling, I guess it doesn't need to be rated R, but it should at least push boundaries. It should at least go the extra mile to feel somewhat scary, you know?
At least cross that aesthetic threshold, yeah.
And not just like cheesily scary, like I, Frankenstein, but like a PG-13 Sam Raimi-esque kind of scary, like a Drag Me to Hell version. Close to R-rated, but it's not R-rated. I really hope that's what Marvel will do with this, because I could see this going really wrong if they're not going to be doing any of that side of things. The Sons of Midnight, Elsa Bloodstone, Mystic, Monsterverse, all these things that you're saying, like, well, it needs to be a little scary, you know?
If we're gonna have a hell of any kind or a Mephisto or something like that, it seems like, yeah, you need to establish that edge. And if you're gonna go macabre with it, I think you're absolutely right. You need that dark, gritty, formidable, imposing edge. And I don't know if I should expect it or not. That's kind of the worry I have is it going to be this sort of fun, poppy with horror wallpaper, which, you know, could work, but I feel like it leaves you in a position to go wrong a lot easier.
And I think that either way they should be going for this, to at least develop the Sons of Midnight in some way. Because I think getting more kind of group spin-off movies to build up to, other than just Avengers. Like, we've gotten 4 great Avengers movies. You've gotten, like, the Avengers 2.0 with Civil War. I think building up to other groups, there were leaks coming out that they could be building up to an A-Force movie, which sounds great, and then building up to Sons of Midnight. That way you have multiple different spin-off groups you can be building up to, I think would be more exciting, especially post-Endgame era. That's a lot to look forward to. Also, you know, like with the whole Sony Spumka,
It only gets nicer every time you say it.
Having that established universe over in Sony, where they have Morbius, it would make sense that if you're going to use Morbius in an official MCU movie, putting him in Sons of Midnight would be the best utilage of that character. I personally think that way it lends itself to less confusion too, with these like weird separate universes that are also tied, but they're not really. It's kind of weird.
Well, yeah, and you're going to have this spanning across not only that divide, but also between the shows, the movies, and stuff like that. And I mean, there are aspects of this that we don't even know, like who's going to play Moon Knight yet.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is just going to play every one of
Ghost
these.
Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider.
And
He's going to be
Punisher.
Elsa Bloodstone.
He's going to be Elsa Bloodstone.
Ulysses Bloodstone. There are actually rumors that Daniel Radcliffe might be being eyeballed for Moon Knight. It's like the only name that's been thrown out there. The Avengers, I think, will still persist, but especially moving forward. And if you think that Marvel plans phases, but also decades, I feel like, yeah, having some phases that maybe culminate in other teams and then maybe do the decade where they all come together or something like that could be really cool. But yeah, I do think that now we've really established the MCU. These kinds of prospects are very exciting. They're what I want. I feel like there's hope because of the Sony involvement in some ways. What worries me is just Disney's bottom line of like, we're not going to cross the line into truly inappropriate territory.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't need to be rated R. It just needs to push a boundary.
It just needs to be intense and scary.
Yeah.
You know, which you can easily do in the PG-13 realm.
We have no idea what exactly went wrong with Scott Derrickson and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Getting Sam Raimi on board excites me because of the horror that he's done. He usually tries to infuse some of that horror touch in whatever he does. So that excites me. It's easy to read into the creative differences of them because he was very adamant at Comic-Con about like, this is going to be a full-on horror movie.
Yeah.
And then the firing or the splitting apart due to creative differences just has a lot of rumor mill going around, you know, like, oh, they don't really want to do that. They wanted to use Multiverse of Madness to be more of a train into all these other different worlds, blah, 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 which is something I imagine he wasn't into. Bottom line, I know that's an old story, but the ripple effect of stories that came out from that story have affected my mind.
Oh, yeah.
And when I hear stuff like this,
Anything
I'm like
like
this is so awesome. Yeah. But is Marvel gonna commit to it? You know?
Yeah, that's my number one worry always.
In context, I love the idea. The idea of getting like Elsa Bloodstone sounds great. Universe building up to like getting a crossover between Blade, Doctor Strange, Morbius, whomever else, Moon Knight. Yeah, that's all awesome. We'll just have to wait and see. We have to go through the whole Phase 4 first.
At this point, why don't we just skip to Phase 5? I know Black Widow's gonna be fine.
Alright guys, well if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the Cosmic Wonder channel, see if you can win that Funko Pop. Subscribe to The Real Rejects, click that notification bell. Tell us in the comments, what do you think about all this news? Last but not least, Alfred Benjamin Threats III and Mikael Linden. Mikael, our handsome man from Sweden, and Alfred, our handsome African-American gentleman from Inglewood, California. I wrote a fan fiction, what if these two met? Mikael's been really looking forward to Bond, and Alfred works in security.
Oh.
I'll play Alfred.
I'll play Mikael.
Do your best Swedish accent.
I'll do my best.
Interior, movie theater, evening, late 2020. Movie theaters have recently reopened and a line has formed for cautionary security checks to go watch the latest Bond film, No Time to Die. Alfred Benjamin Threats III, handsome, buff, scans attendees individually to make sure they have the required masks and gloves to watch the film. Mikael Linden, Swedish. Next in line. Alright, next. Alright, without a proper mask, you can't enter the theater.
No! No!
Whoa, what's your deal, man? It's just a movie, dog.
It's not just a movie. This is the latest Bond movie. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting for this? I moved from Sweden to the US just so I could watch it earlier after all of its delays.
Chill, man, with that Dracula Swedish accent you got going on. It's not like it's the latest Dwayne Johnson movie.
Who cares about the next Dwayne the Johnson movie?
Well, I care, Italian man. All his movies got delayed.
Why are we even talking about Dwayne Johnson?
Because growing up in Inglewood, California, Tommy Wiseau, I wanted to be an actor. Dwayne Johnson was the man I looked up to most.
Okay, I didn't ask for your backstory, but alright. Please, I can tape my mask up and watch.
Oh, alright. Then you got tape on you?
No, but can I borrow some?
Sorry, man. The worst treated people at these events is security. They won't let me borrow any tape.
More unnecessary backstory.
If you're sick of hearing my backstory, why don't you tell me some of yours then?
I just want to watch the new James.
Alright, get out of the theater.
Alright, let me think. I love different kinds of sports.
Yeah? What kind of sports? Security?
Is that the sport?
You mocking me, sweetie?
Did you just call me sweetie?
No, sweetie. Cause you said you're from Sweden.
Oh, that's weird. I like hockey, soccer, and motorsports. My favorite NHL team is the Colorado Avalanche.
What's your name?
Linden. Mikael Linden. Yours?
Third. Alfred Benjamin Threats III.
You do have a threatening personality.
Oh, more of that sweetie pie smart-ass attitude, huh? Well, you gotta have a threatening personality when you grow up in Inglewood having 11 other siblings, you being the 12th sibling, going into security and being treated poorly by your employers.
I don't know why you're telling me so much about your backstory.
I want to open up my own security company one day so other people won't have to experience the degradation I've had to endure. The crowd looks awkwardly upon Mikael and Alfred.
Hey, man, it's okay. In Sweden, we express our feelings.
Don't touch me, man. Corona.
Sorry.
Look, let's say I let you in to go watch No Time to Die in the movie theater with a packed audience of 20 people.
Movie already started.
Just give me one good reason why I should let your Swedish Bond sci-fi loving ass in here.
How'd you know I like sci-fi?
Greg wrote it in the script but had to cut out the part where you talked about it because we had to save some time.
Wait a minute. Greg? As in The Real Rejects Greg Alba?
Yeah. Shit. You subscribe to him?
Yeah, I'm a patron.
Get out of here. Me too. Dude, come on in, man. Alfred let Mikael into the movie theater without a mask where he passed along COVID-19 to everyone at his screening. Mikael also didn't enjoy the movie.
What are you gonna do?